Welcome to That 80 Show, and stop the music. Stop the music. Stop it. He says as if he's not the one controlling the music. Dori, our favorite 80s person, has had a mid-air health scare. Corey Feldman has had a mid-air health scare. Do you want to hazard a guess as to what happened? This is serious. I'm not joking here.
Did he partake of some white powder and thought he was having a heart attack?
Right, Dori, let me read you the story. This is the latest. This was updated 24 hours ago. This happened on Monday. We record on Wednesday. You hear this from Friday onwards. Corey Feldman was rushed to an LA hospital after his plane arrived at Los Angeles International Airport on Monday. The Stand By Me star started feeling unwell on his flight from Chicago to LA and was met by medical professionals at his gate. A doctor, because Corey Feldman is so blessed, happened to be on board the flight and checked the former child star while in air, but it was unclear what the issue was. Dori, now doctors, they've ruled out gallstones. And on Tuesday, a representative, here we have another Corey Feldman representative, the same representative that didn't get him invited to the Oscars, that didn't get him invited to the Michael Jackson premiere, is offering health updates on Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman is doing much better and is now out of the hospital. They determined it was a really bad case of food poisoning, Dori.
Oh, no.
Shame. However, nobody else on the plane had the same food poisoning. He wants to thank everyone for all the love and well wishes. He has definitely seen all the messages and really appreciates all the support. As for what soured Feldman's stomach, his rep said, Corey is a vegetarian, so I can definitely confirm it was not shrimp. Once again, Corey Feldman does not have a representative. It's him. It's Shmori Schmeldman. That is so something. Yes. What's wrong with this guy?
He had some bad tofu, maybe? Bad tofu.
What, Corey, what are you doing? It was bad tofu. Like, I didn't even know they offered vegetarian options on a plane. Chicago to LA is not like a major long flight. I mean, you're flying business, Corey Feldman, I assume. I just love how his representatives are always talking on his behalf. Like, we know this. There are no representatives. So that is bad tofu. But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, Dori. I picked up the story on Monday as it happened. Because I get the alert. I mean, I was basically waiting at LAX. I was waiting.
All the Google alerts. Yeah.
I had the gurney. I was on the runway. I was ready to bring Corey Feldman in. And like, what happened? Oh no, Corey Feldman's got gallstones. Oh no, gallstones. Oh Jesus Christ, let me know what the gall is. Why is it making stones? The gall of it. And then it's like, no, it's food poisoning. Corey Feldman's got the poops. He's got the poops. And it's international news. I was worried on Monday. Today, less worried.
No, but come on. How is this a news story? Seriously.
Dori.
How is this a news
story? Nowhere in the world. Really? Nowhere in the world is it a news story. Nowhere in the world is it a leading story, except here on That 80 Show SA, your favorite podcast for Corey Feldman news. It doesn't exist anywhere else. Only matters here. Only matters here to us people. But Dori, the timing, you may go, why at this particular time would Corey Feldman get food poisoning on an airplane? I wonder if it's not a publicity stunt. Because, Dori, the next Google alert I get, Corey Feldman announces new single, What Am I Here For the number, and special birthday weekend performances. Haha. So new music. It goes on to say multi-hyphenate entertainer Corey Feldman. He's a multi-hyphenate entertainer, Dori. Singer, actor, podcaster, Michael Jackson impersonator, gallstone bladderer, is ushering a new era. He's got a new single, Dori, called What Am I Here For? It arrives on all major streaming platforms on June the 22nd. As we record this, we are a week away. As you listen to this, 3 days' time, new Corey Feldman music.
Okay, hang on. It's called What Am I Here For?
What am I here for? The number 4. Wordplay.
I mean, he's here for us. He's here for us.
That's
because
that's the answer. His people say the thought-provoking new track explores themes of purpose, identity, and self-discovery, offering listeners an introspective look into Feldman's continuing artistic evolution. Man, what a song. Cannot wait to hear that.
Me too.
No, me for. Here for. Corey Feldman has hinted that What Am I Here For is designed to connect with listeners on a deeply emotional level. The song grabs you right where you want it to and doesn't let up. There's a lot more to come. This is just the beginning. Oh, how fortunate that he has food poisoning on a plane a few days before he has to release a new album. You got to give it to Corey. He knows how to make a publicity stunt.
I have a question. Where do you want the song to grab you?
Grab it in my gallbladder and hold me there until I fucking squeeze the stones out of it. Now, here's something that's got me thinking. More thinking. I see today that Limp Bizkit is coming to South Africa, right?
Yes.
I imagine they are rockers in their 50s and must be very limp, but, that happens. He has done a tour with Limp Bizkit in the past. Young Corey Feldman has.
Ooh. Jokes aside, Paulo.
Oh.
If Corey comes here, I'd actually be just a touch excited. Just a touch.
I'd be up. Oh no, he could. I would be very excited by his touch story. Extremely. I'm going. This is our moment. Get your $2,500 ready because that's how much we worked out here cost to be on our podcast for the full hour.
Right. Oh, I thought that's how much the Limp Bizkit tickets were going to be.
I cannot wait. I'm getting on Spotify right now, and I'm going to put an alert on my phone for when What Am I Here For? Which makes you wonder: did he try to release What Am I Here 1, 2, 3, and it just bombed out? Like, this is the fourth version. This is the one we're going with. What Am I Here? 1, no. What Am I Here? 4, 3 times better. Grab me by the gallbladder, Corey Feldman, and have my babies.
I want to see a music video for it. That's what I want.
I want to ask you something about John Stamos' story. John Stamos.
Oh, yes. I actually have something to say about John Stamos.
You would put John Stamos as perfect, right? Perfect face, perfect hair, perfect everything.
I mean, I think perfect is a bit of a difficult term. What's perfect?
Oh, really?
Everybody's perfect is different. He's right up there.
In the Personality magazine.
He's not Robert Downey Jr.
or Rob Lowe. But he's there. He lives in the perfect neighborhood. He doesn't have the nicest house on the street, but he's in the cul-de-sac. Okay, let's put it that way. Do you know, this I did not know about him, is that he had a botched nose job in the 80s. He's recently been talking about it, had a botched nose job in the 80s because he had broken his nose as a kid. He got hit by a golf club. That's going to fucking hurt. Have mercy, Dori.
A golf club. Not even a golf ball.
In the entire club, the entire golf country club got hit in the face with it. And he always had
painful.
It sounds painful. Painful to normal, common, average Joes like me. John Stamos being insecure about his appearance. Just think about that. You think you got problems, John Stamos? You think you got problems? You think you're insecure about your appearance? Imagine the fucking gallstones coming out of Corey Feldman of John Stamos being insecure about his appearance. Tell me where you recently saw John Stamos.
I recently saw John Stamos. There is a really fun series on Apple TV called Palm Royale. It's set in the 1960s.
Yes.
And he makes an appearance in a couple of episodes. So it's not like he's not one of the major stars, but he comes in as this ridiculously suave, charming character who plays, wait for it, he's a lawyer and a gynecologist. That's his role.
Wow. The amount of cunts he must see in a day. Writes itself. That's not on me. It's not my fault.
What happened to we're going to not swear so much on the show? What happened, Paulo?
So much, not at all, so much.
Right. Just less.
And
we're just going to use the big word once or twice.
That was worth it. That was worth it.
It was worth it. Absolutely.
I do know that because I don't watch much on Apple TV, but my wife loves it, and she calls me, and I kind of saw it because that's Kirsten Wiig being like sneaky hot. She's like got a very
such
different.
A good show.
Yeah.
And
my wife called me. She says, "You gotta come see who is in Palm Royale. It's Uncle Jesse." And I'm like, "I'm here. I like it."
Yeah.
Now we love seeing him. He was insecure about his appearance, so he had a nose job because he started acting on General Hospital, and actually, if you see his nose on General Hospital, you go, yeah, you've been hit by a golf club. That is definitely, I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a stick. I knew it was with force, but your nose has got an indentation. It's like, I can see it now that you mention it. So you can see. Then he had a nose job, but it botched, Dori. And guess who saved the day? Guess who? If you're in Hollywood in the 80s and you need to fix a botched nose job, because they were all about nose jobs. Now they're all about buccal fat. They're all about nose jobs. Who do you think is the best man in the business to do your nose job in 1980s Hollywood?
The guy
who's
who did
plastic
Michael
surgeon?
Jackson?
The guy who did Michael Jackson. The guy, exactly, Dori. He went to Michael Jackson's nose job guy and said, "Fix this. You know how to fix this shit. You make it. You got to know how to fix it." And yes, he still jokes. He said, thank goodness he didn't make him look like Michael Jackson. And he confirmed as well that he has had Botox, but never a facelift, although people do accuse him of having a hairpiece, which is neither here nor there. I'm not buying John Stamos not being happy about his appearance because that's like water complaining that it's wet.
Well, he looks very good in Palm Royale. All I can say is this man does not age. He's definitely drinking the blood of some virgin somewhere.
Imagine John Stamos with Michael Jackson's 80s nose. Not his like birth nose, his adopted nose. Imagine John Stamos.
Adopted nose. And there we have the title of the podcast.
So, Dori, I stumbled into something. I stumbled into something. I found a list of the sexiest movies ever. The sexiest movies ever. It looked very interesting, but then it had Dirty Dancing in it. But we're not talking like sexy, these movies you don't know. I'm going to tell you about one of them. And then I kind of, it's got Dirty Dancing. How can that, I mean, Dirty Dancing, was Dirty Dancing sexy? It had a sex scene that was sexy.
Dirty Dancing was sexy the whole way through because every time Patrick was on screen, it was just sexy. Even Jennifer, but like Patrick, sexy the whole way through. He didn't even have to be dancing. Okay. He didn't even have to be topless.
Let me tell you.
He just had to be on screen.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Let me tell you about the other movies that were part of this list. Dirty Dancing was like, it was a top 5. Dirty Dancing was number 2, right? So in terms of this list, they've narrowed down sexy movies. And Dirty Dancing is second most. Here's number 5, a movie called Visions of Ecstasy from 1989, a British short film that was banned outright on the grounds of blasphemy, a ban which actually held up until pretty recently when it was unbanned and people were allowed to see it. The British Board of Film Classification banned it on grounds of blasphemy. It actually went to the European Court of Human Rights in 2018. The distributor took it. They said, you've got to let us release this movie. They made it in 1989. They only got it unbanned in 2018, Dori. And you may go, what the hell is this movie about, Dori? It features the Saint Teresa of Avila, and it shows scenes of her having intercourse with Jesus on the cross. And by saying that, I can never enter church ever again, Dori.
Whoa, I was not expecting that. That was a bit of a shock. You know, it takes a lot to shock me. That was a lot. Man.
I'm going to say, if you're going to get banned for 30 years, it's a pretty good way to be banned. You know what I mean?
That's also quite a bar to live up, like to challenge.
Out of interest, because I was like, oh, I can't read that and not be intrigued, right?
Right.
I've got to. So you can find this film. It's actually now been put into like really arty. It's actually now been classified as like there was a website that I found that's got not what do they call it? Like the movies that are now protected and locked in a vault because of its cultural impact, right? So I found a trailer online of it, and there's not much left to the imagination, Dori. It sounds exactly like you'd imagine it. It's not great, and as the lightning clouds develop around my house, I fear this may be the last conversation you and I have, because I'm definitely getting struck down for even talking about this. So that is a movie called Visions of Ecstasy. Then it reminded
Never heard of it.
No. I mean, banned, Dori, banned for 30 years. Good God. I mean, not even The Gods Must Be Crazy was banned for that long, and all they did was throw a Coke bottle out of a window of an airplane. Now, it reminded me, I said, oh my God, that's a movie. And then I go, oh, I don't have a movie to recommend this week. But Dori, I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to let you pick my movie recommendation for the next show by reading to you my Amazon watch list. Okay? So go with me.
Ooh.
Amazon been putting a lot of 80s movies on there. Loads. So worth having Amazon. The A-Team's on there. So worth it. We're not paid by Amazon.
Yet.
We will gladly be paid by Amazon. We'll gladly. I want free delivery on my package. So we're not being paid by Amazon. But as I go through, I find all these 80s movies. So there's good movies on there, Dori. Good movies. But then there's other 80s movies. We're now talking, for every Top Gun you get, for every over the top you get, you got to take 5 of these, right? We'll give you over the top. Here's 5. So I'm going to read you just some of the films that have made my list. They're very B, but you're going to pick the one that you want me to recommend. What do you think?
But don't tell me the titles. Just read me the synopsis.
Dori, always with it. You see, ladies and gentlemen,
maybe I'll know it. Maybe I'll know it, but maybe not.
One or two you might know. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about Dori. Dori is a very talented content person. Very talented. Radio, digital. Dori did websites before even people knew what a website was. We didn't even know it. Dori said websites were just like that 80s show com. And Dori went, yeah, we should put a dot there. And I went, fuck, Dori. So clever. It's just a mishmash. So that's how Dori knows stuff. And that was a great twist on it. Okay, Dori, I like this. My first movie is from 1980, obviously, 1983. It stars, this one's got the big actresses, Faye Dunaway. And Ellen Bates. They are the main stars. This movie features, it's notable for a whip fight scene between 2 women. The scene caused a controversy as the British Board of Film Classification, those fucking nerds again, wanted to impose a cut, and the director refused to cut the scene, which has now made the movie notorious. My first movie with Faye Dunaway features a notable whip fight scene between 2 women. Okay.
I have no idea. No idea what that is.
Okay. My next movie. A director makes a movie based on a murder he committed. Okay, Dori. That's a good one. Another movie. A young woman wrongly convicted of a bank robbery is sent to prison run by a corrupt warden. She struggles to survive the harsh prison life, where violent bullying, sexual assault, and drug addiction run rampant. Starring in this movie...
sounds way too serious. Yes.
Do you think? I've done it well. Starring in this movie, Sherry Shattuck, Angel Tompkins, and Lucinda Crosby. Dori thinks that movie sounds way too serious.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's you've misread that one. The next one.
Okay. Wait. Who starred in the movie about the murder, making the movie of the murder? Because you didn't tell me the cast.
Oh, the making the movie of the murderer. This one is it's these people. Zoe Lund and Eric Bogosian. I just like saying that name.
Ooh. Okay, I know him.
Okay,
like
my
Eric
next one,
Bogosian.
starring James Woods and Leslie Ann Warren, as well as Charles Durning. An LA detective meets a feminist poet during a murder case.
I don't remember what it's called, but I've definitely seen it.
All right. This one starring big name. We've never done a movie by him, Charles Bronson. A Charles Bronson movie.
Holy.
A veteran LA cop becomes personally entangled in a serial killer case when the nude knife-wielding suspect targets his daughter, forcing him to choose between the law and fatherly protection. Nude stabbers going after Charles Bronson's daughter. Bad idea.
Okay.
Are you keeping notes? You keeping notes of these movies?
They're in here. They're in here.
That's what I'm worried about. Story points to head. I'm going to also give the names of all the movies Dori doesn't choose. My next one, it's made in 1988, but we are in the futuristic timeline of 2017, where a successful businessman travels to the ends of the earth to find that the perfect woman is always under his nose. He hires a sexy renegade tracker to find an exact duplicate of his android wife. It's just a romp. I'm going to watch that anyway.
Who's in it?
Oh, Dori, I'm pretty sure that you've seen this movie. It stars David Andrews and Melanie Griffith, Dori. Melanie Griffith. I'm watching that fucking movie anyway. I think it's a short film.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with a Melanie Griffith movie.
Oh, it's not a short film. It's actually a full-length feature. Dori, with two more to go. In order to rescue the son of a diplomat who has been kidnapped by terrorists, a group of LA showgirls undergo commando training and organize a rescue operation. Now, I have to say, all of these movies are on Amazon, right? So I'm not going to like some weird sites where you got to put your credit card, which Amazon has to do. But these are all on Amazon. So I can't believe it's not porn. That is not porn. Showgirls rescue a diplomat's son. And the final movie, Dori. Oh, no, that was all of them. So do you need a recap?
Okay.
That's it. So we got ladies being whipped. We got Melanie Griffith is involved with an android female tracker. We got Erica Bogosian. We've got Dori thinks it's serious, a prison movie. We've got James Wood. And we've got a naked man threatens Charles Bronson's daughter. Bad idea.
I'm kind of torn between the Eric Bogosian and the Melanie Griffith. Just because the Eric Bogosian one sounds like a really cool plot. But Melanie Griffith. Why don't we'll do both of those at some point. You can choose which one you want to do for next week, and then at some point do the other one. But those both sound like winners to me.
So the Melanie Griffith movie is called Cherry 2000, right? Because he's going to the Yes, he's going to the He's going to the 2000s to find his cherry, so that's why. So it's like the plot's right there. And then the Eric Bogosian. Dori, I'm sorry, I'm not going to watch it. It is way too arty. It is called Special Effects. The other movies, the lady whipping movie, is called The Wicked Lady. It. Okay, it's on Amazon. I'll give you my logins. The lady whipping one is called The Wicked Lady, right? That's the one with Faye Dunaway.
Never heard of it.
The prison one is called Dori. Now, to read again, you thought this was too serious. A young woman wrongly convicted of a bank robbery is sent to prison run by a corrupt warden, where she has to face harsh prison life, violent bullying, sexual assault, and drug addiction. The movie's called The Naked Cage, Dori. The Naked Cage.
Oh, my God, but it sounds like such a serious plot. It really does.
Yeah, even from the poster, this is not serious. It's that sexual assault is like, it's quite consensual. It's sexy and consensual.
Oh dear.
The James Wood movie is called Cop. Again, it is what it is. Cop. Charles Bronson's movie is called 10 to Midnight. Right? I want to watch the hell out of that anyway. And then the Diplomat movie is called The Hell Squad. That is, do you know that movie, The Hell Squad, there is not even a review of it on YouTube. There are reviews of every single movie on YouTube. All of them. Even porns. That one does not have a review. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it. I'll put something new in the world. So funny thing about that, The Hell Squad, is that it featured in a documentary called Real Bad Arabs, how Hollywood vilifies a people. Now you know what you're in for. Yeah.
Lord. Yeah. Okay.
And, yes,
good luck.
Exactly.
Good luck. And that's all I'm going to say.
Still, all of those are not as like godless as Visions of Ecstasy. God will forsake all those movies before he forsakes Vision of Ecstasy. I think I'm going to watch all of them. I think that's my list. I've just put it all together. Yeah, that's my list. There we go.
Yeah.
Dori, you finally came around to it. The Kylie documentary.
I got past the Jason Donovan part and he didn't come back.
Because they go, you know what? We're over you. You have got us to this point. We are moving on.
Yeah.
You understand? Moving on. Move on. We are moving on. Move on. Do you get it? I said, no. Okay. So you don't see him again. Spoiler.
Look, you only see him in episode 1. There's 3 episodes. He's only in episode 1. I was halfway through episode 1. So I did see him again when I picked it up again. But then I watched it all in one go. So I watched half and then like 2 weeks later, watched the rest in one go. I binged it one night.
Good call.
And I have to say, it is so good. It really is. I cried, hey? I cried like a little baby in that documentary. Not even at the parts that I expected to. I expected to cry about Michael Hutchins, but I cried when she was talking about the cancer. The cancer bits were very emotional. My favorite part is the second part where Nick Cave comes in. He is hilarious. I don't think he means to be, but he is hilarious. Now, this is also a man who, I mean, he's been through some serious tragedy of his own. So it's actually amazing that he has such a great sense of humor still. But he's absolutely the highlight for me. And maybe also because that's one of the more bearable songs as well, is the one that the ballad they did together.
What is it called? They call me the Wild Roses. Something like that.
Where the Wild Roses Grow, I think.
Where the Wild Roses Grow, yeah.
It's such a well put together documentary. It feels like they must have been working on it for a very, very long time. Like it wasn't rushed. It was well thought out. I like her so much more than I did before. Honestly.
Really?
Really, really, really. Yeah.
Kylie washing works. Kylie washing really does work.
No, honestly. And I mean, even if you're not a fan, it's just such an interesting story. Like I knew nothing about her. I barely knew anything about Danny, her sister. There was quite a bit of Danny in the show. I didn't realize that Danny was in some ways more famous than her, but like only in Australia or in the UK. Like she's more famous, but not as globally famous.
Yeah.
Funnily enough. It was very emotional. It was very entertaining. Yeah, I was very impressed by it, I have to say.
So I'd completely forgotten about a relationship with Nick Cave. An odd relationship.
Yeah.
But almost like a muse type of relationship. You know what I mean? He was definitely very inspired by her. And it's like they're such an odd combo because she's this bubbly pop princess and he's this like very dark, serious artist. And
that's the best part when they introduce him into the documentary. The narrator goes, if Kylie's the Australian dream, Nick Cave is the Australian nightmare. That's literally how he's introduced. It's so funny.
It was very Muse-like.
Complete.
Yeah, very Muse-like.
Yes.
And the Michael Hutchins thing was over quite quickly, but again, she kind of like, she's very clever. I mean, all these people, it's like everything they do is very intentional. And it was very clever how each relationship brought on a new chapter in her life, So Jason Donovan was the Aussie boy she grew up with because she was the girl next door. Then she kind of wanted to get a little bit more edgy, so Michael Hutchins. Then she wanted to show she's actually a great artist, so Nick Cave. So all of them kind of brought out a new Kylie. Danny Minogue, she was, so the reason like men of my generation knew about Danny Minogue was because she was the kind of go-to for all the lads magazines of the early 2000s. So FHM and Maxim and Nuts and Loaded. She was always like within a month she was on one of them all the time. So she became this like, I mean, like she obviously had like the teen pop princess in Australia and then the UK, but that was kind of like in the 2000s, that was her lane. She was like, people want to pay me money to strut around in my underwear, I'm going to take the money. So knew her from there. Imagine being the Minogues' brother, because they show
he's not even in the documentary.
He's like there's cutaways. There's cutaways where they have like a family gather, like the five and the family sit together.
He doesn't speak. He doesn't
that's
like
the brother.
Say anything. Like,
he asked one or two questions, but firstly, not looking anything like I'd expect the Minogues' brother to look like, and just like so chill. He's just like, hey, this is just me. That man knows how to fight. I'll tell you that right now. That man knows how to fight people because people are hitting on his sisters all the time. He knows how to punch.
It certainly answers the nature versus nurture question. That family, for sure.
And then, of course, it was really well put together. And like, I'm not as big a fan of Kylie as Barrett Edelstein is, but I think everybody, their Kylie fandom elevates after watching that. So if you're a super fan like him, you've now gone into your final form of fandom. So everyone goes up a level of fandom because it is really well done. She comes across as just the most awesome person. Like there's just like no flaws on her, mate. She's just got everything like polished and good and genuine. A lot of these things you see right through these people, you go, what an asshole you are. What a knob. But she's genuine.
Waterman. I mean, I always knew Pete Waterman was a knob, but his knob status just exploded on this documentary. Honestly. Yes.
Exploding knobs all over Kylie.
Next part of the podcast title.
He is, that's 2. We got to get 3. He is, yes, he is a complete douchebag. And then, of course, the huge deal made of her kind of like latter day reawakening with her spin me round little shorts.
Yes.
Huge part of the documentary. You know what's crazy about her? Like what a little documentarian of her own life she is. Because she sits there with these boxes and boxes and boxes of like photo shoots. She got so much stuff of hers that she's just always kept.
She's an archivist of her life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's good for both. Yeah. I admire people like that because myself, I can barely keep a Google Drive. I don't even know. I can't even.
Dude.
I can't even like, yeah. I
don't even know where my keys are right now. Like, let's be honest.
So, well, that is so many recommendations. I mean, Dori, that is way better than Cherry 2000. We assume. We haven't watched it yet.
Let's not assume.
So, during our last show, we had a little break in recording because Dori's kid has developed an obsession with collecting Garfield stuff, right?
Right.
And since I saw that, now, I mean, it was very funny stuff that I cut out of the podcast, but we were going through the different things that are now part of like, we have to own this, okay? We have to get this thing. And there is one particular, it is a Garfield in pajamas wearing Garfield slippers, okay?
I have an update on it.
Okay, good. So very meta. So it's Garfield and he's wearing Garfield slippers. So I said, buy 2 and make Garfield slippers. So Garfield you're wearing Garfield slippers. Change your name to Garfield if you want. You don't have to. So that's the sort of conversation we're having. And Dori now has an update on the Garfield wearing Garfield slippers.
We have ordered it from America.
Fantastic. Good stuff.
We don't know if it's going to get you because we could only get it through the South African post office. Now...
Yes, Dori is making the sign
I'm not a religious person, but we are praying.
No.
We are praying.
Pray to anything.
That somehow...
Pray to Bitcoin.
It gets you. He started out in God knows where. I don't know, Missouri or somewhere. We're tracking him because, when you order a package, you can track it. Oh, okay. Sorry. He started in Ohio. That's where he originated from. He then went to Memphis and was in Memphis for a few days. And he's now currently in Miami. So Slipper Garfield is having a fantastic tour of the USA. We just hope at some point he is actually going to get to Africa. We're praying. We are praying.
Slipper Garfield is having a great time. Well done, Slipper Garfield, because I imagine from Miami he goes to London, still good. Then London he's coming to Johannesburg airport. Fantastic.
No,
let me tell you.
Is he going to London though? Is he? Because if he's in Miami, is he maybe not coming straight here? If he's in Miami.
You think they'll come on freight? He might come direct.
He might.
This is fascinating. I need to know more. And he's having a nice time. Missouri, Ohio, Miami, maybe London. Let me just tell you, Guy, once you leave Joburg Airport, you are shit out of luck. You are in a lot of trouble. You are in a lot of trouble.
Oh, my God. If he even arrives at a post office in South Africa, who knows? Who knows where he's going to end up?
He will look haggard. He will look in a way. He will look beaten up.
We're just hopeful. All I can say is
listen, hopeful. I wish you the best. I wish you and Slipper Garfield the best. That is good. So then after that conversation, the next day I get into an Uber. And I sent you the photo. My Uber driver had a stuck-on suction-cupped Garfield on his windscreen.
Yes.
In the year 2026.
They were everywhere in the 80s. Remember, you couldn't walk into a Cardi's without there being like 10 of those.
Yes. Yeah. 2026. In 2026, I was in a car with one of them. Guess what? 5-star rating for my Uber.
We see so many because now it's like in my brain and often my kids in the car with me. We see so many Garfields on taxis. They're everywhere.
I found an article, strangely enough, about how that came about. And do you know that Garfield stuck on you? What we're talking about is the Garfield that had the suction cups that you stuck on your window. Yeah. Do you know that came about by accident?
No.
So they screwed it up, right? Jim Davies, creator of Garfield, he originally wanted it to have Velcro paws so people could stick it to their curtains, right? That was his original plan. Makes a lot more sense in Garfield because he climbs the curtain. And cats in general. I don't see cats on windscreens. I see cats up curtains. No. Yes, so he originally wanted Velcro so people could stick on the curtains. When the prototype arrived, it had suction cups. And they go, oh no, we screwed it up. And then he was like, okay, but he approved. He goes, you know what? That's cool. Let's go with it. I mean, you've kind of made it. It actually kind of works. They released it, but they never thought people would stick it on their cars. Bang, suddenly they do. And it was all over the place. One of the biggest merchandise crazes. It made, of all the Garfield merchandise that was licensed, that singular item made the most money out of any one singular licensed Garfield product.
Wow. I mean, I was obviously too young in that time and didn't have a car. So if I had got one, which I didn't, I would have probably stuck it on like my bedroom window. Yeah. So that anybody walking past could just see like Garfield on the window.
Just go, it's Garfield. The technology. Yeah. It got so big and popular that at one stage, certain cities and towns were encouraging people, please do not stick this on your car because you're encouraging people to break into the cars to steal them because there's just a shortage. So people started breaking into cars to steal it. And they would leave stuff behind the car. They wanted the Garfield. And they were encouraged, please do not stick those up in your car. The 80s were stupid. They were so dumb. Sometimes you come across a story like that. It's how idiotic is that? But also the technology of it. Like now we go, oh, obviously it was Velcro, but when you first saw it, you're like, how's it Garfield? How is he doing that? This is magic. What is happening here that I don't know? What is happening that I don't know? So listen, I'm very intrigued by the travels of Dori's Garfield. I hope he finds his way to you. So now we're going to finish off the show with 2 80s truths and a lie, Dori. The Dolly Parton edition. Because why not?
Yay.
Why not? Why not? Actually, it is because I found one truth about Dolly Parton and I thought, well, surely there's another and surely then I can make up a lie. So it's just very easy. Okay?
Cool.
Dori, I give you 3 statements. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. Statement number 1, Dolly Parton has launched her own coffee brand called Cup of Ambition. Wake me up and give me a cup of ambition from 9 to 5. That's why if you wonder why does, wake up and get a cup of ambition. That's what she sings in 9 to 5. Statement number 2.
Maybe.
Dolly Parton, now both of these are 70 songs. Dolly Parton wrote both Jolene and I Will Always Love You in the same day. Her 2 biggest hits written in the same day. And then number 3, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton were once offered their own 80s sitcom, but turned it down because they worried it would take away from their music careers. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. Dolly Parton's got a coffee brand called Cup of Ambition. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton were offered a sitcom. Everyone was offered one in the 80s. And Dolly Parton wrote both Jolene and I Will Always Love You on the same day.
All quite plausible. But I think the coffee one's the lie.
Oh, Dori, the coffee one is the truth that inspired the segment. Get ready to get to work. Dolly announced the new Cup of Ambition, partnering with Community Coffee to bring the idea to life. The singer will give the fans a selection of light, medium, and dark roasts. Thrilled about a new adventure, Dolly revealed the inspiration. I've spent a lifetime working 9 to 5, 5 to 9, every hour in between. It takes a lot of energy to pursue your passion and navigate each day. Now you can do it with a cup of coffee or 2.
I want Dolly coffee. Do you think it'll be available here?
I also want Dolly coffee. I want a cup of ambition, goddammit. That's what I want. I want Dolly coffee. Dolly coffee. So Dolly coffee is true, but I wish it was a lie because now I'm just jealous. Now I just Dori, you don't drink brown liquids. You don't drink coffee.
I have started drinking coffee.
Oh dear. I thought you looked very sprightly today.
I have early mornings now, and it just happened, and it's been cold, and it just happened, and so I'm now of the coffee people. I am one of us. I'm even trying all these fancy new ones, like the salted caramel and the condensed milk coffee, and all of these fancy schmancy things. Yeah,
what a connoisseur, Dori! Welcome to the brown stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Now, which of the others?
That's why I'm like, but now I want Dolly coffee, damn it.
Do we have Dolly coffee in 2 big jugs? Yeah, leave it alone.
Well done.
Okay.
That's
now,
the
did
third
she write
title for the podcast.
Did she write Jolene and I Will Always Love You on the same day? Or were we denied a Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton sitcom?
I think we were denied a sitcom.
So you think that is true?
Yes.
No, Dori, wrong again. That is the lie.
That's the lie. Okay.
Although I would have loved to have seen it. Yes, notoriously she wrote Jolene and I Will Always Love You on the same day. Good day. That's one of the days where she's working 9 to 5, 5 to 9. A jug of ambition. Double jugs of ambition. Completely. That's what she had that day. That's a good day. God damn it. What have you done today? What have you done? Have you written 2 of the most iconic songs of all time in one day? No. Yeah. So what a waste of a day. You should have
Not even in 1 year. Not even in one decade.
And I'm willing to bet you that if Dolly Parton did set her mind down, so I'm going to write a sitcom with me and Kenny Rogers called Islands in Des Moines, because they retire from their singing career and move to Des Moines. The Islands in Des Moines, it would have been the hit akin to the popularity of Who's the Boss. I'm telling you right now.
Maybe.
Good day, Dolly Parton. Good day, Dori Parton. So I will be getting to Cherry 2000, where Melanie Griffiths goes to the 2000 to find a cherry. And that's just, we all want to watch it. Thanks for joining me, Dori. Goodbye.
Bye.